opens up, we're going to start on page 6 of our Siddurim with Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Ashayri, Malachei El Elyon. Mi Melech Malachei Lamachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Vo'echem l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei El Elyon. Mi Melech Malachei Lamachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Archuni l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei El Elyon. Mi Melech Malachei Lamachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Seitchem l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei El Elyon. Mi Melech Malachei Lamachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We're going to now turn to page 7 of our Siddurim, for our Shabbos candle blessings. Just like to check and see if Anne got it. Okay. We're at page 7 of our Siddurim. We're going to join together for the Shabbos candle blessings. Can you all come on up for the Shabbos candle blessings? Page 7 of our Siddurim.
Do you mean y'all?
All the whole family.
Oh.
I brought that from Georgia with me.
You can start saying the blessing. Let's say it together. Come, let us welcome.
May its radiance illuminate our hearts.
Light is a symbol of the divine.
The eternal is my light and my salvation.
Light is the symbol of the divine within us.
The human spirit is the light of the eternal.
Light is a symbol of the divine law.
For the mitzvah is a lamp and a Torah a light.
Light is the symbol of Israel's mission.
I, the eternal, have made you a covenant people, a light to the nations. Sarika, I know you know the blessing. You want to sing it?
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu l'hadliknir shel Shabbat.
Amen.
May the Eternal bless us with a Shabbat joy.
Amen.
May the Eternal bless us with a Shabbat peace.
Amen.
May the Eternal bless us with Shabbat holiness.
Amen. Amen. Alright, we're going to turn now to page 9 for Siddurim for L'chaidodi. L'chaidodi, l'graka, l'yadada, yadada, yadada, b'nei Shabbat. Nikabila, l'chaidodi, l'graka, l'yadada, yadada, yadada, b'nei Shabbat. Nikabila, shamor v'zachor v'dibor echad. Ish me'anu elanu chad, Adonai echad u'shemo echad, Lishem otiferet ve'letihila, L'chaidodi l'graka l'yadada yadada yadada b'nei Shabbat. Nikabila, l'chaidodi l'graka l'yadada yadada yadada b'nei Shabbat. Nikabila, Likrat Shabbat lehu v'necha, ki mekor habracha, merosh mikadem nesuka, sof ma'asa b'matra tehila, l'chaidodi l'graka l'yadada yadada yadada b'nei Shabbat. Nekabela alech aidoy dilik rakala yadada b'nei Shabbat. Nekabela it ori, kiva ore kumi ori, shir daveri kavod Adonai alai negila alech aidoy dilik rakala yadada b'nei Shabbat. Nekabela alech aidoy dilik rakala yadada b'nei Shabbat. Nekabela now we face the entrance or exit of our building as we welcome in the Shabbos bride. Please stand. Boi v'shalom aseret bala gam b'simcha u'b'tzola tov emune am sigula boi kala alech aido dilik rakala yadada b'nei Shabbat. Nekabela alech aido dilik rakala yadada b'nei Shabbat. Nekabela. Remain standing now for Hatzi Kaddish, found on page 11 of our Sidurians. Yitkadal ve'yitkadash shemei Rabba Be'alma divra girotei v'alech malchutei Be'chayechon u'v'yoimechon u'chayedecho Beit Yisrael Ba'agala u'bizman kariv yemeru Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabba Mivorak Le'olam Olam Me'almaya Yitbarach V'yishtabach V'yitpa'ar V'yitraman V'yitnasei V'yithadar V'yitalem V'yitalal Shemei Dekudashah B'reichu Le'olam Kol Birchata V'shirata Tushbechata V'nechemata Damirat V'yalma V'yamaru Amen. Page 12 of our Sidurians, we join together for the Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMivorach. Baruch Adonai HaMivorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch Adonai HaMivorach le'olam va'ed. Page 13, we join together in the English reading. Eternal God, your majesty is proclaimed by the marvels of earth and sky. Sun, moon, and stars testify to your power and wisdom. Day follows day in endless succession, and the years vanish, but your sovereignty endures. Though all things pass, not let your glory depart from us. Help us to become co-workers with you, and endow our fleeting days with abiding worth. Baruch atah Adonai, Hama'ariv Arabim. Blessed are you, O Eternal, who brings on the evening. Page 14. Avat olam Beit Yisrael amcha havta Torah mitzvot ukim ushbatim otanu lemadita El ken Adonai Eloheinu v'shokbeinu u'kumeinu natziach bechukecha v'nizmach b'divrei toratecha u'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed ki hem chayenu v'orach yaminu v'chem negei yomam v'leila ve'ahavta al tasir mimenu le'olamim baruch atah Adonai Ohev Amo Yisrael. At the bottom of the page, we'll join together for the English translation for Avat Olam. With eternal love, you've loved your people, the house of Israel. Torah and commandments, statutes and judgments you've taught us. Therefore, O eternal our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will discuss your statutes and rejoice in the words of your Torah and your commandments forever. For they are our lives and they lengthen our days, and we will meditate upon them day and night. May you never remove your love from us, forever and ever. Blessed are you, O Eternal, who loves God's people, Israel. Page 15, we'll join together for the Shema. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. You may be seated for the V'ahavta on page 16 of our Sidurims. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levacha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha v'hayu hadivarim ha'eleh asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha Vishnatan levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'beitecha u'letecha v'aderech u'shachbecha u'kumecha u'kshartam le'od al yadecha v'hayu letotafot b'neinecha u'ktatam al mezuzot beitecha u'visharecha Leman tizkiru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'eitem kidoshim le'olechem Ani Adonai Elohechem Asher hotzeti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim le'ot lachem Elohim Ani Adonai Elohechem Adonai Elohechem Emet. Page 17. We'll join together for a responsive reading. Eternal truth is that you alone are God and there is none else. Let them beat their swords into plowshares. Let nation not lift up sword against nation. Let them study war no more. Let the stranger be in your midst, you as the native, for you are once strangers in the land of Egypt. We join together on page 18 for Mi Chamocha. Mi Chamocha Ba'alim Adonai Mi Chamocha Netar B'Kodesh Norat Hilot Osei Fele Machutecha Reuvanecha Bokeyam Lifnei Moshe Ze Elianu V'Amru Adonai Imloch Leolam Va'ed V'ne'emar Kivra Adonai Et Yaakov Glom Et Hazak Nimenu Baruch Atah Adonai Ga'al Yisrael. Page 19 will join together once again for a responsive reading, this time for the translation of Hashkivenu. Calls us, O eternal our God, to lie down in peace and to awaken us each morning with life renewed with strength. Spread over us the holy shelter of your peace.
Help us to order our lives by your counsel. Lead us in the paths of righteousness. Be a shield about us, protecting us from hate and war, from pestilence and sorrow.
Curb also within us the inclination to do evil, and shelter us beneath the shadow of your wings. Guard our going out and our coming into life with peace from this time forth, forever.
Blessed are you, O eternal, whose holy shelter of peace is spread over us, over all God's people, Israel and over Jerusalem.
Page 20 will join together for Vishamru. Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat La'asod et ha-Shabbat le'doretam berit olam Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat La'asod et ha-Shabbat le'doretam berit olam B'nei v'b'nei Yisrael oti le'olam Oti le'olam, oti le'olam V'shamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat La'asod et ha-Shabbat le'doretam berit olam Ki shet yamim asa Adonai es hashamayim v'et ha'aretz v'shamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat La'asod et ha-Shabbat le'doretam berit olam U'bayom hashvi'i Shabbat v'inafash Shabbat v'inafash Shabbat v'inafash V'shamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat לעשות את השבת לדורותיו ברית עולם. We're now going to rise on page 21 of our Siddureens. Page 21 of our Siddureens, the Amidah prayer. Adonai sefatitita ufiya gitahilatecha. Oh God, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your glory. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avoteinu ve'imotenu. Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzhak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah. Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor V'Hanara, El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'Konei Hakol, V'Zocher Chasdei Avot V'Imahot, U'Mepi Ge'ula Lifnei V'Nehem, L'man Shemo V'Ahava, Melech Ozer Moshiach U'Magen, Baruch Atah Adonai, Magen Avraham V'Ezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechayei Hakol Atah Dehoshia, Mashivo Ruach V'Merit HaGeshem, Mechalkel Chaim B'Chesed, Mechayei Hakol B'Rachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim V'Rofei Cholim, Umatir Asorim, Omekayei Emunato L'Shenei Afar, Michamocha Ba'agivurot, Umidom Melach, Melech Mimiv, Umekayei, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman Atal Hachayot Hakol, Baruch Atah Adonai, Mechayei Hakol. Atah Kadosh V'Shim HaKadosh V'Goshim B'Chol Yom Yalevu Chasela Baruch Atah Adonai Ha'el HaKadosh. We daven silently until page 29 where we'll join together for Oseh Shalom. We'll now join together on page 29 for Oseh Shalom. Oseh Shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru amen. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom. Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, Ya'aseh Shalom, Ya'aseh Shalom. Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, Ya'aseh Shalom, Ya'aseh Shalom. Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, Ya'aseh Shalom, Ya'aseh Shalom. Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, Yemeru Amen. All right, Kinderlach. Now we have the point of our service you all been waiting for. We have Forum Spiel. I'd like to invite all of our guests who are playing a role in our play tonight to please come on up here. And I'm going to readjust our camera so our viewers from home, or are you going to come up here? Where will it be? On the Bima or on?
Whatever they want.
Okay, if you want to come up onto the Bima,
Like that?
you can come up on the Bima. We have the microphones set up here so it's a little bit easier. Just make sure that you project into the microphones so that those at home can hear you.
Rabbi, will you be the narrator?
Sure, I'll be the narrator. Thank you.
You? Okay.
You want to use it? Okay.
The step stool for
Okay.
circle? Queen after.
So you're gonna stand onto the stool, please. Okay. All good? Okay. And you can come up as well? Okay.
Yeah, Haman's coming.
Okay.
He was here. Oh, I'm Mordecai, sorry. Yes.
Okay. This is a story that you can help read, but you have to know how. Oh, we have all of the microphones situated around the papers. Please don't let the papers get in front of the microphones or it'll cause that unpleasant sound. Do you have to know how? Of course not. Do you have to be in school? Of course not. Do you have to like pictures? Of course not.
Of course.
Oh, it says of course. Oh, of course, yes. Once upon a time, long, long ago, in a little town called Shushan. Oh, I like the way it does this. It has pictures. It shows a shoe, and then it says Shan on the back. In Shushan, in the country of Persia, they ruled a foolish king named Ahasuerus. He lived in a large palace. Do you think he liked ruling his people?
Of course
not. Do you think he liked helping the poor?
Of course not.
Do you think he liked giving parties?
Of course.
The king liked parties more than anything in the world, but the king didn't live in the palace in Shushan alone. Oh no, his wife Queen Vashti lived there too. The queen was very, very beautiful. She was also very, very tired. Do you think she was tired from washing?
Of course not.
Do you think she was tired from sitting on her throne?
Of course not.
Do you think she was tired from the parties?
Of course.
At every party, the king made the queen dance again and again. The queen turned and twirled, but the king was never satisfied. He always wanted more. One day, the king called the queen to him. What do you think he said? Did he say, "Queen, I'm hungry, get me dinner"?
Of course not.
Did he say, Queen, you look hungry, I'll get you dinner?
Of course not.
Did he say, Queen, you must dance at my party all tonight?
Of course.
Can't we go to a movie? But the king said,
Of course not.
Okay.
they didn't have movies.
They didn't have movies in Shushan. Oh, I'm sorry, am I reading others? Okay.
How about watching TV?
Of
course not.
They didn't have TV in Shushan.
Okay, they didn't, yes, I'm sorry.
If I don't come to the party, will you send me away?
And of course.
They didn't have TVs in Shushan either.
Okay.
Next one.
Next page, okay, sorry. This is more confusing than it looks. It's got pictures and it's like an emoji, reading emojis in a text message. At the top of the page, if I don't come, is that?
No, go down. And he did.
Oh, okay, I see. And he did. He sent the queen away from Shushan forever. I'll find a new queen, the king said.
I'll find a new queen. One even more beautiful. I'll have a contest to find the most beautiful girl in Shushan.
Okay.
Yes, right.
Do you think the king of Shushan chose a girl named Mary?
Of course not.
Do you think the king of Shushan chose a girl named Sue?
Of course not.
Do you think the king of Shushan chose a Jewish girl named Esther?
Of course.
Esther lived with her cousin Mordecai. Do you think Esther wanted to marry the king?
Of course not.
Do you think Esther wanted to be the queen of Shushan?
Of course not.
Do you think Esther wanted to do her own thing?
Of course.
She wanted to be a doctor. Okay. But who could say no to a king? Soon the wedding bells rang out in Shushan. Esther and the king were married, and she went to live in the palace. Sometimes her cousin Mordecai came to visit her, and one day Mordecai met with Haman. Haman was a very important man in the palace. Haman was in charge of all the soldiers in the palace.
When you see me, you must always bow.
Said Haman to Mordecai. I'm sorry, these pictures also. You must always bow.
No. Do you think you would bow to Haman? Do you think he would bow? You'd say.
To Haman, of course not. Do you think Mordecai would bow to Haman?
Of course not.
Do you think Mordecai told Haman how he felt?
Of course.
I am a Jew. I do not bow to people, only to God.
That's Haman? Okay. When Haman heard this, he became very angry. He decided to kill all the Jews. Haman put some numbers in his hat. They were magic numbers called lots of Purim. He pulled out one. It was the number 13. On the 13th of Adar, Haman told the king, you must kill all the Jews.
You must kill all the Jews.
When Mordecai heard this, he was very upset. Do you think that Mordecai was silent?
Of course not.
Do you think that Mordecai would let the Jews die?
Of course not.
Do you think that Mordecai told Esther?
Of
Of course.
And Esther went to the king. I will give you
I'll give you a surprise. Can you guess what it will be?
Will it be a new palace?
Of course not.
Will it be a new crown?
Of course not. It will be something you love more than anything else in the world.
Will it be a party?
Of course. It will be the finest party you have ever seen. Everyone in the palace will be invited, and you must be sure to bring Haman too.
I will.
Woo! Woo! No, you say
I can hardly.
wait also. Esther could hardly wait also. She could hardly wait to tell the king what was on her mind. That night at the party, Esther pointed her finger at Haman and told the king how wicked Haman was.
If you let that wicked Haman kill the Jews, he will have to kill me too. I am a Jew. The Jews are my people.
When he heard this, the king became angry at Haman. I will punish Haman.
No,
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I will punish Haman this very day. And
Said the king, and so he did. It was such a happy day for the Jews of Shushan. They declared a holiday. They sang and danced in joy. They ate little cakes called hamantash, which were shaped like the hat of the wicked Haman who wore it.
Let us read together.
let us celebrate this holiday every year. Someone said, but that what shall we call it? Asked another. They thought they do you think they called it Hanukkah? Of course not. Do you think they called it Passover?
Of course not.
Do you think they called it pork?
Of
Of
course.
Of course. And we do. And we do too.
Awesome. Goya. Mazel tov. So I'm going to good job, everyone. Fantastic job. So this time and after, every year, you'll see sometimes posted on social media, sometimes shared with children, are Haggadot, but it has emojis throughout the entire story. And if you read the emojis and the story connecting it with words like the and articles, simple phrases, it's an entire Haggadah, but it's in the form of emojis. And in the past, I've always thought it was very easy to read through, but as I read through this year, it was a little bit more of a challenge than I imagined. It requires a certain amount of creativity of mind that is, it's actually much easier for kids to read than it is when you're an adult. So if you give an adult one of the emoji Haggadot, they may struggle with it at first, but if you give it to children, I guarantee you they'll read through it like an adult would read through the Passover Haggadah every single year. So if those of you who are not familiar with it, maybe I'll bring it to Hebrew school in the upcoming weeks and share it with some of our kids. And then you guys can read it to us, the adults, and tell us the stories. That's buried within the beautiful, and it is a beautiful emoji story though. Okay, so we're going to now turn to the Misha Barak prayer. The Misha Barak prayer is found at the very back of our Siddur reams. Turn off our mics up here. In just a second, I'll be reciting names from our Misha Barak list. If there are any additional names anyone would like to have added to the list, please share with us those names so that we as one community may pray for the healing of mind, body, and or spirit of your loved one. Today's Misha Barak list includes the following names: Miriam Mendel ben Shira, Nachna ben Malka, Shlomo Leib ben Malka, Yisra Reuven ben Devorah Alga, Alan Lewis, Esther Baruth, Yehuda ben Joseph, Russ Paneri, Gerald Longmore, Ceci Kurland, Yvette Zamos, Michael Berkowitz, Susan Scalar, David Rothschild, Ellen Rosenbaum, and Holly Matthews, Jessica Herman, Phil Miller, Brian Leibowitz, Lynn Ginsberger, Sam Perlman, Herman Lenchner, Myra Levis, Rabbi Alan Darnoff, Kelly Grostava, Wendy Sanserberi, Jen Frunchel, Gerald Longmore, Bruce Estrin, Aaron Evers, Ida Lawfer, Naomi Ashura Shoshona Bat Naomi, Courtney Zabidik, Kami Zabidik, Guy Gordon, Erwin Schwob, Evelyn North, Stephen Poland, Zanwal Ben Motel. The Shifra. Are there any additional names anyone would like to have added to the list for today?
Regina Pasternak,
Regina Pasternak,
Eric Waxmunsky,
Eric Waxmunsky,
and Harriet Halcyon.
Harriet Poncion, Linda Boone. I remember it was on our list earlier, but I think we took it off and then we can put it back on again if you like it back on. Yes,
Barbara, Allen, and Alicia Steinberg.
Barbara Allen and Alicia Steinberg. Thank you. Are there any additional names? Okay, if it is your custom, please rise as the ark is being opened. Actually, it is our custom, so please rise for the Misha B'Erev prayer found at the back of our sidurins. Misha B'Erev Avotenu Mekor Habrikah Le'imotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misha B'Erev Imotenu Mekor Habrikah Le'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shalema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. We're going to remain standing for the Aleinu prayer found on page 30 of our sidurins. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol l'teit gedula li'ansen b'reishit shelo atzanu kikiei aratzot velo samanu kimishpechot ha'adama shelo sam kamkenu kakem v'gor aleinu kichol hamonam v'anachnu kurim u'mishtachavim u'modim lifnei melech malkei amlakim HaKadosh Baruch Hu Shehunatei Shamayim V'Yosir Haaretz U'Moshe Yikaro B'Shamayim Mimal U'Shechinatu Zo V'Govhei Meronim U'Eloheinu Einod Emet Malkeinu Echazulato Kakatu B'Torato V'Yadata Hayom V'Hoshivota El Avevecha Ki Adonai Hu Elohim B'Shamayim Mima'al V'Yal Haaretz Mitachad Einod. Page 31 will join together in English for the translation. We therefore hope in you, O eternal our God, soon to behold the splendor of your might. Then will false gods vanish from the earth, and the idols will be utterly cut off to heal the world through the sovereignty of the Almighty. Then will all acclaim you as their God, and forsaking evil turn to you alone. Let all who dwell on earth acknowledge that unto you every knee must bend, and every tongue swear loyalty. Before you, O eternal our God, let them humble themselves to your glorious name, let them give honor. Let all accept the yoke of your dominion, that you may rule over them soon and forever. For the dominion is yours, and you will rule in glory, as it is written, the eternal will reign forever and ever. V'ne'emar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz. Bayom hahu yihya Adonai echod. U'shemo Echad. Page 33 will remain standing for the mourner's Kaddish. In just a moment, I'll be reciting names from our Yortzeit list as well as members of our community who have recently passed. After the names have been read aloud, I'd like to ask if anyone is observing a Yortzeit for or in the period of Shoshim. Please share with us names of their loved ones so that we as one community may pray for the elevation of their neshama to Shamayim above. Today's Yortzeit list includes the following names: Goldie Pressenson, Saul Barlston, Melvin Watting, Doris Barron, Edith Simcoe, Rachel Becker, Jean Better, Gertrude Silverstone, Jenny Goodman, Ada Perler, Harvey Marcus, Anna Bushbaum Manziano, Marge Francisco, Rebecca Hoberman, Harold Levinson, Milton Goldstein, Eleanor Harris, Charlotte Friedman. Recently passed from our community are the following names: Marlene Meltzer, Stephen Carroll Lichtenstein, Arlene Sugar and Darius Zuckerman, Len Smolin and Sylvia Margolin. Are there any additional names anyone is observing a Yortzeit for here today or in the period of Shloshim?
Richard Samuel.
Richard Samuel. Any additional names? Once again, the words to the mourner's cottage may be found on page 33 of our Siddurim. Remain standing if it is your custom on page 33. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah B'alma divra kirutei v'amlech malchutei B'chayechon v'yonechon u'chayedecho beit Yisrael Ba'gela v'zman kariv v'imru amen Yehei shmei Rabbah mivorak le'olam olamei almaya Yitbarak v'yishtabak v'yitpa'ar v'yitraman v'yitnaseh V'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei v'kudisha b'reichu La'ela mikol birchata v'shirata Tushbechata v'nechamata Damiran v'alma v'imru amen Yehei shlama Rabbah min shamaya V'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen Oseh shalom mivrama Hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn and comfort all who are bereaved, and let us say, Amen. You may be seated. We now have an opportunity for announcements. Would anyone like to deliver our announcements for today?
Shalom, everyone.
Right on top?
That's a sermon. That's likely the, I don't know if that's the one. It's not.
That's the one.
Because March 9th passed already, right?
Yeah. This is beneath it. I think that was probably.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbos.
Guys, good job. Good job. Richard, how are you? Alrighty, so tomorrow, March 23rd, is Torah study at 10, worship at 10:30. Purim service tomorrow is at 6:30 p.m. We have the Purim spiel, we have supper, a potluck, music with Avi, and more info is on the weekly email. Also, especially you guys that are here, check your Purim baskets. They're there off to the side, like don't leave without them. And Hebrew school families, like you guys definitely have. Interfaith coffee hour is going to be Sunday, May 5th at 1:30 p.m. at the Central Jersey Turkish Community Center. More information is on the weekly email. Rosh Kodesh meditation is April 8th at 7:30 p.m. on Zoom. Sisterhood game night is April 9th at 7 p.m. Book club at, don't know whose name this is, at somebody's house. I'm sure there's information on the weekly email.
I think it was at Rabbi Levy's house.
Oh, okay. Maybe it's a Rabbi Levy's house. Sorry, no, Harriet Katz, I'm so sorry, guys. Harriet Katz, April 18th at 2 p.m. is the book club. Sorry. Yom HaShoah program, Sunday, April 28th at 2 p.m. at the Monroe Township Senior Center. And then on April 14th, Sunday, April 14th at 6:30 p.m. is going to be we're going to have a speaker, Rabbi Esther Reed, on the rise of anti-Semitism and on college campuses. So if anybody out there, have kids going to college soon, think it's a good, bring your kid. I know I'm making my daughter come before she goes to work. Where did Jane get accepted? Binghamton. For a graduate program. Gosh, September 8th. Oh, we're already in September. We still got the summer. Anyway, Shabbat Shalom. I know there's a lot of information on our weekly email. So if you want more, check out our weekly email.
All right, we're going to turn to page 34 of our Siddurim. Page 34 of our Siddurim for Adon Olam. Adon Olam Asher Malach בטרם כל יציר נברא, לעת נשא וחפצו כל, אזי מלך שמו נקרא, ליחד רי קיבלו הכל, לבדו ימלוך נורא, והוא היה והוא הווה, והוא יהיה בתפארה, והוא אחד ואין שני, להמשילו להכבירה, בלי ראשי בלי תכלית, ולא העוז והמזרע, והוא אלי וכידוע לי, לצורכב לי ויצרה, והוא ניסי ומנוס לי, מנת כוסי ביום אקרא, ביעדו אף כדרוכי, ויצי שם ויעירה, ועם רוחי גבייתי, אדוני לי ולא אירא.